guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and today we are going to talk about the new Justice League. I did put it on my community post yesterday, but I want to tell you all about it, everybody involved, and I want to tell you why my own personal bias actually messed up me predicting who it would be. Yeah, unfortunately, I love me some Damian after the work of Super Sons and Robin, not gonna lie, but we're going to go into everybody. We're going to go into the Dark Crisis event, and honestly, we're going to go into why a lot of this doesn't matter. But if you are not subscribed, make sure you do. I make content every single day. Hit like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know, good or bad, whether you like this new Justice League. Now, this Dark Crisis event is the newest tentpole event that takes place after Death of the Justice League in Justice League 75. If you remember, shortly, and I mean very shortly after that, it was announced that the events of Dark Crisis would bring back the Justice League. Now, that is exactly why I said a lot of this really doesn't matter. And I am excited for this event. I want to make that very clear. But I also am going to be critical where it deserves to be critical. I was hoping personally for a reboot. There is a lot of continuity errors that are driving me insane, and I was hoping for a clean slate, and it does not look like we are getting that. It looks like we are getting an event placed slightly, and I mean ever so slightly, in the future so that other titles can continue to run. Now, one big thing with the death of Superman, why it was so impactful is because there was no Superman. There was no Clark Kent Superman at all. In his own title, nothing. But with the death of the Justice League, you can go read Batman in his own title. You can go read Son of Kal-El in his title, or Clark Kent on Warworld. You can go read all of these characters in their own titles. And I do think that is detrimental to this event as a whole. Now, we are going through it. We just went over Infinite Frontier yesterday on stream, and we will be going through Justice League Incarnate to kind of prepare for this event. But I'm telling you right now, just enjoy it for what it is. You don't have to look at it as this big thing. I'm trying to not let my OCD overcome, and I'm trying to just enjoy it for what it is. Very similar to Doomsday Clock, where it was placed slightly in the future. Let's just hope we don't get the delays associated with Doomsday Clock. So let's talk about everybody involved in this picture that was revealed exclusively by CBR. And first off, we have Tim or Jace Fox, the new Batman. He is currently right now in Gotham, worrying about his own Joker-esque villain. I'm sorry, not in Gotham. He's in New York now, right? And that just happened last title. I have not read this week's book yet, but it was an improvement from what we've seen before. Now, he is the son of Lucius Fox, and we are seeing him be a bit of a different Batman. He doesn't want to hide in the shadows. He wants his fear to be broadcasted on the nightly news, which is his own way of heroing. and that's okay. It works for him. And I don't mind the character. Definitely one of my least favorite out of this group, but we'll have to see how he does. Now, this was where my bias came in, because I was looking at the preview pages for Dark Crisis going, oh, look, I see both Dick and Damian right up front. Please let them take over that mantle. But no, of course not. I really do enjoy Damian as of late. His Robin title by Joshua Williamson, who is at the forefront of this event, has been so good. I do trust Williamson. I want to make that clear. I don't think there's going to be anything bad about this event. So let's go on to the next one, and we have Yara Flor, my personal favorite. I love her. She is amazing, and she is a little bit different than Wonder Woman. Now, she is obviously not Wonder Woman until she was in Future State, but what we're seeing from Yara Flor is a beginning of a new Amazon tribe called the Exquisite, and she is part of that tribe. We're seeing it just now in the trial of the Amazons, what's going to happen with them. So we won't have those answers yet. but Yara's title was recently canceled. It was done and illustrated and written by Joelle Jones, and it was one of my favorite titles running at the time. I really like this new character. I think she is a younger version of Wonder Woman that a lot more people can really relate to because she is not perfect. And that is why I appreciate Yara Flor so much. So next we have Jon Kent, of course, son of Superman. Now he also has his own title. It is on 9. This last issue was so good. I love the relationship between him and Nightwing. And I love when Bruno Redondo is on art. His art is phenomenal. But we're getting basically this brand new superhero, this brand new aged up superhero, become into the limelight, not have really anything to fall back on. He doesn't have a secret identity. So he kind of is creating one with his boyfriend in the truth. And it's really cute. I love this book. I know a lot of people aren't enjoying it. I personally find it a great read every single week. Number 9 was my favorite so far. So I am curious to see how this goes further. So next we have Jackson Hyde, and he did have a recent story just come to an end called Aquaman the Becoming, which is where I am familiar with him. I am not familiar with him like many people in Young Justice, but I did grow to like him in this title. I did like Brandon Thomas as a writer, and he does a really great job of making this character more flawed than he probably should be. He flies off the handle. He yells at his family. He's not quite getting what it's like to be a hero, and he's going to take some time to come into that. Now, we are seeing him right now, I believe, share the Aquaman title with Arthur, and the art in this book was so good. Mira looks so beautiful. I really, really enjoyed it. So that is Jackson Hyde. Lastly, we have Joe Mullein, or Far Sector. This book was a couple years old now at this point. It had 12 issues. It was a miniseries. It was placed on her own world, and she had to kind of solve a crime that was going on a crimeless planet, right? So I do like Joe Mullein. I think the art in Far Sector was so good. And I believe it was N.K. Jemisin that wrote it, and I'm hoping we will eventually get some more. She is also showing up in Jeffrey Thorne's Green Lantern, and I think he's done a lot of redemption for people that don't necessarily care for that character, and Teen Lantern. Both of those characters, people just are a little less accepting of new characters, right? We kind of go, I don't know. I like the original, right? And I think he's done a good job of making those two a little more front and center and making people like them. So that's how we have this as far as moving into Dark Crisis. I know they were on the covers. I know they were, but I was kind of like, I hope DC gives some of the more characters like, Damian and Dick a front and center look. I hope we get Jessica and Simon Baz, 2 of my favorite Green Lanterns. But no, this is what we're going with. It does look like there's going to be other teams because there is another variant that is more Bat Family Center. So this isn't going to be the only team we're going to see in Dark Crisis. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Are you super stoked for Dark Crisis? I'm excited. I'm going to enjoy it for what it is and enjoy the story. I know Joshua Williamson can pull it off, and I'm hoping we get some more Jessica right up front, and I will be happy. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.